Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Ashe, and we'll be facing off against the Grand Heist adventure from the Rogues of Runeterra campaign. I still need to beat this adventure with Twisted Fate, but I don't have Twisted Fate. I haven't come up with a proper setup to use with Twisted Fate in this adventure. It's going to be quite a struggle, especially since you don't have the Make It Rain to act as a win con while playing as Twisted Fate. So I have to figure something out. Until then, let's fill up time with Ashe. I feel like Ashe is going to be fun to play here. I'm still running the same setup with triple Curator's Gatebreaker, just to drop Ashe on top of the opponent's Nexus and kill them, making use of the threat escalation to buff up the Ashe in hand. And then we can just try and draft towards Frostbites, while making use of the inherent Frostbites that Ashe has access to. We aren't going to get access to the Frostbites from our deck, but hopefully the draft will fix that. If it doesn't, I'll be in a bit of trouble. Fiddlesticks is good because I don't have to worry about Fiddlesticks getting drawn from the Hero's Welcome. Yeah, let's just pick up Fiddlesticks. I don't even have to worry about leveling up Fiddlesticks too much. The Shallow Siren is a decent card, and Crow Storm, while not great, it can work towards buffing my own units because of the Gloom. Gloom also works with our power, with our Gift of Avarosa. All of these are pretty bad. Guess I'll pick up this Survey Core. Just have a unit on the board at the start of the game. Make use of that to win. All of these are pretty bad. Maybe I pick up the Eye of the Storm just for the sake of card draw. Caught in the Cold. That's a Frostbite. We'll take that. Troll Chant works with our game plan. 3 mana draw 2 is actually a good value of card draw. Formula. We don't want that. Mariah Warden, 3 Sisters. 3 Sisters flexible. Brittle Steel. Brittle Steel won't work on anything. Let's roll. Nope. Shadow Assassin for the cycle. We're going to have a bunch of 3 drops though. Now let's pick up the Shadow Assassin. Lurking Nightmare. 1 mana for a Lurking Nightmare. Is it worth it? Not really. I also don't have access to the instant kill from the Wolf on Ashe's deck. That was the main way to control the board. Ramtusk Shaman's huge. Do I want to spend my last reroll here? Not really. Guess I'll pick up the Attentive Accountant just as an elusive blocker. Yeah, so without the Wolf, everything the opponent drops down is going to be basically permanent. And that might prove to be a problem. But if we just draw into Ashe, we won't have any problems. Like that. We just have Ashe in our opening hand, double Ashe in fact. We can start buffing her up. We just need to hit what's 40 divided by 3? 15? 15, not 17. No, actually 15 is actually over. It's probably closer to 12. Well, this is lethal. The opponent just killed himself.
All the world on one arrow.
While I was trying to divide the 40 by 3, the opponent just ended up giving me all the tools I needed to win. It's his fault for playing such high attack units. Pilfered Goods. Let's pick up the Darkened Staff. I just want to cut cards here. I have a bunch of trash in this deck. Definitely the Darkened Staff that I just picked up. Let's go for the Bahuru Cultist. Hopefully all the games go as well as that first one. Against Ezreal we might have a bit of a struggle, because if the opponent can just choose not to play any early game units, and I might not get the luck I had last time around, where I just had only Ashe in my opening hand, so she was the only one getting benefits from the debuffs off of the attack reduction on the opponent's units. Yeah, without the Rhyme Tusk Shaman on the board, and without the consistency of hitting all the debuffs on the Ashe, all of a sudden the deck becomes significantly slower. Oh, but at least now we basically have only Ashe in hand. 14 times 3, it's actually 23 times 3 is lethal. Fortunately, one of the opponent's units getting hit with the stress escalation got us over the edge. I say fortunately, but it was a guarantee. I didn't realize how good this setup would actually be here. Definitely want more Rhyme Tusk Shamans. In fact, give me a deck filled with Rhyme Tusk Shamans and an Ashe. We got this. Let's roll. Overprepared, sure. Doesn't really matter at this point. Let's do Twisted Fate. It's flexible, it's generic, it's nice. I need to pick to place something that allows me to pick a set at least once. But set's such a bad card in a vacuum. It mostly needs the surrounding package to actually be relevant. So there's really only one situation where you want to pick up set, and that's when you are playing set yourself. Let's do... I'll save this spell mana for the next turn. 47 health. 11 times 3, it's 33. Smart play by the part of the opponent. I wasted the Frostbite on a 0 attack unit. $12 times 3, it's still not enough. Sure, let's draw one. Can minimize the amount of damage by blocking there. The threat escalation should, yep, give us enough damage to win. This is 39. This is not 39. This is 12 more than 39. Still not enough though. Or is it? 39 plus 12 is 1. Actually, no, should be enough.
My aim is true.
Or once I actually have to do actual math instead of just adding. Or I should say I don't have to add just 6 plus 6 together. Actually, I have to think about the triple. Twisted Fate's not going to be relevant, I think. In fact, he might actually make it so we have less lethality, because he's going to stick around in our hand and he's going to just eat up buffs. Let's got the accountant. As much as I like a elusive blocker, considering the speed of every single one of these games, I feel like we don't really need him. Well, let's just skip this setup. I picked up the Dragon's Tooth just for the extra mana, or for the extra attack on the Ashe. Let's drop down the Rhyme-Tusk Shaman. I'm actually going to get a very big turn here, because we can also go Shallow Siren. Wow, we actually can't really go for a kill against this encounter, can we? I guess if I just buff up the Ashe up to upwards of 200 attack, I might be able to kill the opponent's units or the opponent's Nexus with a single Ashe. But that's easier said than done. I guess with double Rhyme-Tusk Shaman, that becomes more of a reality. Let's just keep passing. Or no, the opponent goes for an attack. I didn't expect that. Well, Ashe leveled up, and she's growing very quickly. I might just drop down the Twisted Fate just to get him out of hand so we can concentrate all of our buffs. Yeah, just like this. Let's just cycle the Twisted Fate. With two Rhyme-Tusk Shamans on the board, I seriously doubt the opponent's going to be able to go ahead and pose any sort of threat. Just draw two. Might also be able to deck out the opponent with Fiddlesticks and the Shallow Siren and Crow Storms. It's fine. We're already up to 38. I'm going to override one of my units with the Shadow Assassin. Let's just get through the... Oh, but we're actually running out of cards in our deck. Yeah, our deck is rather small. I'll let the opponent attack here, or strike here with the Preservationist. Might as well. I don't think we want to level up the TF, but I am going to draw more.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
If I can hit the Twisted or the Fiddlesticks, all of a sudden I become immune to fatigue, or basically immune to fatigue, or not fatigue, decking out. We're already at 45. I don't think we're getting there. Oh, right, Crowstorm. Crowstorm has Grifter's deck. I don't need Fiddlesticks for anything. Let's just Crowstorm the opponent down. We'll do this. Refill our spell mana. We'll just Crowstorm the opponent every turn, then rely on the Shallow Siren to deck the opponent out as well. We have a lot of ways to win this game. Either the Ashe is going to kill them, or the decking out. Or the opponent might just end up doing the job themselves. They are drawing a lot. Are you sure you want to do that, the opponent? How many cards do I have in hand? 8? Yeah, I can afford to take a pass here. We don't really need to do anything. Okay, with another Clockling on the board, it's worth it to go for the Crowstorm. I wanted to get some more value out of the debuffing conversion into attack. The thing is that this is all exponential. The more cards in the or the higher the stats, the attack stats on the opponent's units, the more likely they are to just give a higher attack value to my ashes in hand. So the fact that the opponent's units are growing by a bunch is actually better for me than it is for him. Well, this ash is already at 100. 100 times 3 is 300. 200 times 3 is 600. 300 times 3 is 900. So the breakpoint is actually in between the 200 and the 300. I'm just going to keep terrifying every turn. Ooh. The opponent actually was nice and decided to play his shuffle more cards back into the deck card after I played the Terrify, so he ended up decking himself. That was unexpected, or an unexpected way to win. But yeah, I had 3 ways to win that game, the opponent only had 1. I could deal enough damage to his Nexus, I could deck him out with the Terrify, or the landmark would end up counting down. Meanwhile, the poor opponent only had one way to win, just killing me. Do I want to go for the Ruin Runner, or should I go for the Mystifying Magician? I don't think we have what it takes to beat the Ruin Runner, because our deck is based around just dropping a large damage nuke at the end to kill the opponent's Nexus. Meanwhile, the Ruin Runner requires us to chip away at his Nexus, at the opponent's Nexus every turn. I don't think we'll be able to do that. Let's just go for this path instead. Frostbite with the Ram Tusk Shaman. I want to go for Twisted Fate. Went to Darkened Pen. Keep passing priority back to the opponent. Okay, does nothing. In that case, I'll Shadow Assassin. Try to cycle through my deck. Next turn I Frostbite 2 of the opponent's units. There. We're growing our Ashe. 70 divided by 3, it's 20 something ish.
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler. So pretty.
So we just have to watch out for Ashe when we reach the 20 somethings. Let's get rid of the Twisted Fate.
I'm always up for a round or two. Dead in their tracks.
So he doesn't take up precious buffs that are meant to be used to increase the damage of the Ashes. Okay, I'll just jump block that. The more units on the board, the more the opponent attacks grows. The more the opponent's attack grows, the more my Ashes grow. 26. It's actually 27 because Ashe levels up, so 27. Yeah, it's more than enough. Because it's 60 plus 21, 81 damage. And the opponent only had 70 health. Colossal Hammer, Stalking Wolf, Harsh Winds. What's more important? More Frostbite sources or more Ashes? Let's pick up more Ashes. This makes it so the breakpoints are a bit different. Another Dragon's Tooth. Now Ashe starts off with 9 attack, 10 if you level her up. That means baseline leveled up Ashe deals 30 to the opponent's Nexus. And that's without even counting any potential damage the opponent's Nexus might take. So for example, I can just drop down the Ashe here, and that deals over half of the opponent's Nexus health in damage.
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler.
Probably not going to do that though. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can you release my... No, he probably won't. Some restore devout. Okay, that's the one. I'm using Twisted Fate to cycle, I don't care. Considering he captured my Swords of Frostbite, I'm a bit upset. Oh, there goes my Twisted Fate. Well, I guess I can do this, try to chip away at the opponent's Nexus, little by little. Just so Ashe has an easier time killing him. This is 30-45, this one is 45, 47, 49, 51, this is 51. We have too many Ashes to buff. I think if I drop down the Ashe, I just kill him over 2 turns, but I don't want the opponent to have any units on the board when I do that.
Purpose, not your name, is what matters.
I guess I can also wait for the next turn. Next turn I'm guaranteed to have lethal. 23 times, yeah, this is 69. So this is enough. Actually not 69, it's actually 72 because of the level up damage. I'm not even sure if I'm getting the math right, but the damage values are so high that I'm basically overkilling every encounter. So maybe the math is actually right. More fiddlesticks, definitely. They don't disturb our deck in any way, so getting more of them is fine. More copies of Caught in the Cold, I guess it's an additional item for it. Slow but steady. Copy and replace full spell, copy it onto the same targets is actually useful. We have a decent amount of slow speed spells that we can get value out of double casting. The Caught in the Cold and the Crowstorm. For once I'm not actually inclined to cut Crowstorm from the deck. I'm actually inclined to cut something else. Probably the Shadow Assassin. Yeah, let's cut the Shadow Assassin. It replaces itself, but cutting it from the deck and having it from the deck are not actually the same thing. Because I have to pay 3 mana for the Shadow Assassin to replace itself, meanwhile not having it in the deck at all means that we just draw something else instead of drawing him, or her, I should say. Ezreal. I'm worried about just straight dropping down the Ramtusk Shaman because I don't want her to be removed by the Ezreal. So I'm actually going to hold back until the opponent does something to spend all of his entire mana pool. So now I can do this. I'm actually going to cycle the Twisted Fate as well. I don't think we're going to need the extra...
Looks like trouble.
The extra delay effect on the form of the gold card. We'll have access to the 3 sisters here. The Ramtusk Shaman Frostbite, something else as well. The opponent has 100 health. 109. Do I take another 3? I'll wait. It might actually be... Yeah, this is better. We double Caught in the Cold, discard 2 cards from the opponent's hand. And the Ezreal loses its spell shield and its ability to deal damage to my Nexus, which in turn means he doesn't generate one of those busted Mystic shots that Cast twice. This is 90 damage. Never mind, this is no longer 90 damage, this is 30 over. So this is just straight up lethal. Lethal over 3 turns. Actually not even over 3 turns, it's a 1 turn kill. But it took us 3 turns to get there. 3 turns of just building up the Ashe. The opponent might have actually been able to kill me on those 3 turns. Let's be honest, considering how deadly this Ezreal encounter can actually be. I'm kind of surprised the opponent didn't get me closer to death. I guess that goes to show how strong just frostbiting the opponent's entire board, or most of his board every turn, can be. Ashe is just very strong in general. Still not as strong as Swain though. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.